Well, good morning to you, ladies and gentlemen. This is Scott Manning coming to you live from Scott Manning YouTube Sports Talk. I want to thank all my loyal viewers for being with me this morning. I want to let you guys know that Game 1 of the World Series has just concluded. It actually concluded last night, and the Boston Red Sox did take Game 1 of the World Series 8-4 over the Los Angeles Dodgers. What an opening game it was last night. Matt Kemp had a home run in the first inning, and everybody's thinking this is going to be an interesting battle. Everybody thought last night it would be a great pitcher's duel between Chris Sale and Clayton Kershaw. That did not turn out to be the case last night. Case in point, Clayton Kershaw gets the loss. He pitched 4 innings, gave up 7 hits, 5 earned runs, 3 walks, and he struck out 5. Chris Sale, everybody's American League Cy Young. 4 innings pitched, 5 hits, 3 earned runs, 2 walks, 7 strikeouts. Now, sadly, though, Chris Sale gets the no decision. Matt Barnes gets the win. He pitched an inning, he got a strikeout, no runs, no walks. Now, let's think about the hitting last night. This was something. Max Muncy, he was 1 for 2 with a run. Justin Turner, he was 3 for 5 with a run last night. David Freese, 2 for 3. Manny Machado, 1 for 3. 3 big RBIs in the ball game. Matt Kemp, 1 for 4. He had a home run at 389 very happy feet. Now for the Boston Red Sox, and this is going to get interesting. Mookie Betts, 1 for 4, 2 runs and a walk. Andrew Benintendi had the game of his life. Had a great game last night. 4 for 5, 3 earned runs and 3 runs and an RBI. JD Martinez, Mr. MVP, in everybody's opinion, 2 for 3. A run, 2 RBIs, and a walk. Rafael Devers, 1 for 2. He had an RBI, and he had a base hit, and he had a walk last night. Now, what about Jackie Bradley Jr.? The main reason why the Red Sox beat the Astros in the ALCS. He went 0 for 4 last night. Can you believe that? And before I go any further, Eduardo Nunez had a home run at 373 very happy feet. My reaction to Game 1 of this year's World Series is very simple. I'm just going to keep it plain, simple, and to the point. The Red Sox came ready to play. They were hitting balls, they were hitting long balls, they were hitting everything that was moving. Clayton Kershaw struggled at Fenway last night. Chris Sale, he wasn't himself either. Everybody was thinking this was going to be a pitcher's duel all the way to the end. It fizzled out real quick. It all fizzled out when Matt Kemp hit the home run in the top of the second. I will say this. Game 1 is in the books. The Red Sox have a 1-0 lead. I'm still sticking with my prediction of the Red Sox taking the Dodgers in 6. Game 2 is tonight. If the Dodgers can get a split before they go home to LA, that would be a real big help. But if they go home back to LA down 0-2, it's going to be a long road back. And I'm telling you now, the Red Sox were just clicking on all cylinders last night. Mookie Betts, 1 for 4. Andrew Benintendi, 4 for 5. JD Martinez, 2 for 3. Mr. MVP in the eyes of many. Rafael Devers stepped up. But I will say this. Chris Sale and Clayton Kershaw did not play well at all. They did not pitch well at all last night. I mean, Kershaw, excuse me, but he's known as Mr. Clayton Kershaw, Kershaw. He should be known as Chokeshaw because his postseason record is nothing to brag about. Here's a case in point. Before this game, Game 1 of the NLCS against the Brewers, he only lasted 3 innings. Last night in Game 1 of the World Series, he only lasts 4, gives up 7 hits, 5 earned runs, 3 walks, and struck out 5. Kershaw is fantastic during the regular season. But when it comes crunch time in the postseason, that's when he's at his worst. Chris Sale, Mr. American League, Mr. Cy Young, Mr. American League Cy Young in the eyes of many. He didn't pitch well at all either last night. And the sad part about it is Sale didn't even got a no decision. What will happen in Game 2 tonight? Only time will tell that. I'm going to have to turn on this. I forgot to write down the Game 2 information for tonight. We'll see who gets to start. Do. David Price will go against Walker Buehler tonight in Game 2. That is your pitching matchup. The Dodgers have Walker Buehler going. He's only 24 years old. How will he do in Game 2 in the World Series tonight? David Price, he's going for the Boston Red Sox tonight. It's going to be very interesting to see how this series goes the rest of the way. Because if Kershaw and Sale couldn't pitch, what will happen with Walker Buehler and David Price going tonight? This is going to be a very interesting matchup tonight in Game 2. Game 1 is in the books. The Red Sox took it 8-4. And Kershaw, as usual, choked in the postseason when they needed it the most. Chris Sale wasn't himself either. But the Red Sox. But he had Mookie Betts, JD Martinez, and Andrew Benintendi come through for him in the end. And that's all I got to say today. All right, folks, I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here. I want to thank you guys for taking the time with me here this morning. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. My name is Scott Manning. All you have to do is type my name, scroll down, look for this pretty face, click subscribe, and you'll see all the sports videos that I have done so far. And I've got over 100 of them, so please enjoy them. And also, too, while I got you real quick, Friday night, 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, I will be bringing you the Scott Manning YouTube College Football Podcast pregame show. Normally it's at 10 o'clock, but I'm pushing it up to 7 o'clock this week due to Game 3 of the World Series. And as soon as Game 3 is over from the Fall Classic, I'll be back at about 11:30 midnight to give you my take on Game 3 of the Fall Classic. Thank you guys so much for being with me. You guys have a great day, and thank you so much for being with me. And you guys have a great day. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you so much for being with me, and God bless.